time to get this started. Oh, hi.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm Mary.
I'm Linda.
We're Piggy Mo's Cakes, Cookies, and Candy, and we're glad y'all tuning in this morning, and hopefully my internet will work. I don't really think it's my internet. I don't know what it is. I don't know if they're working on something around here or what.
It's gorgeous outside, so hopefully
and I watched it yesterday on our video as I'm taping. It doesn't go off unless somebody calls.
Yeah,
that will interrupt
it. Glitch it. Yeah.
So I don't have no way of knowing that, and there's nothing I can do about it if it was to, because in the middle of it, it just don't. We just can't do nothing about it. Well, we're making something kind of simple and fast, and probably not something that a lot of you would, make or regular. I don't make it that often, but when I'm frying fish or something, I do. I'm making hush puppies this morning. There's so many ways to make hush puppies.
Hush puppies are so good.
So many ways, and I'm going to be honest with you, because I always am. This is a new recipe. This is not, and I've made hush puppies all my life, but I'm trying a new recipe. And I said to myself this morning, I'm going to stop this new stuff and just go with what I do. Although it is good. That cake was good yesterday. It really was.
It looked delicious.
It was really good. But I'm going to do a new recipe, and it's simple. It's different from the way that I've always made hush puppies, but I want to try some new ones, new kind. I'm going to straighten this video a little bit here, just a little bit crooked. All right. I don't know. I hope that didn't mess up things, and I hope y'all can hear me. I don't know. I can't never tell. And yesterday, when y'all said y'all couldn't hardly hear me, I talk loud. And then I thought, well, we're going to have to figure out a way to start using those phones,
maybe we can
microphones.
Figure that out in the next few days.
So anyway, we'll get started. I'm going to go ahead and, I'm going to tell y'all, if you're still watching at the end of this video, and it's a short video, so you're not going to have to stay on long, I'm going to give away these measuring cups, these Pepper Chef measuring cups. I'm going to give this away for, I want you to tell what state you're from. And then Carla is watching on the other end.
Hey, Carla.
Hi, Carla. We're going to, we know the state that we're looking for. We don't. Did you tell her? I told Carla, yes. Okay. And let's don't forget to show.
Yeah, we got some
what a lady sent us, and she sent it to us around Easter time, but it was just so much things going on until, and hadn't been together. So I didn't do this on purpose, but I was washing my chopper. I've already chopped the onions, and I had this, and I got my chopper cover holding my eggs to keep them from.
I thought that was smart, dear. You come up with another trick.
Well, I was getting the eggs out, and I was drying my food chopper. So I said, well, I'll just hold them eggs right there. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and break them so we can get this out of the way. And I'm not breaking it in separate bowls either. Thank you, Linda.
You're welcome.
We'll throw these away. We'll just leave them there for a few seconds.
I put that there for you to put the eggs on.
Oh, did you? I put it in my hand. Now I go wash them. Anyway, I hope that y'all are having beautiful weather today. Our weather is beautiful here today. It was cool to me when I first got up.
It sprinkled on me on the way over here 2 or 3 times.
Did it?
It's sun shining.
Okay. All right. We're going to start with 1½ cups of yellow cornmeal. 1½ cups of yellow cornmeal and 1½ cups of water. And we're going to cook it on the stove. You might, and that's going to be moving that camera. So bring the camera over here if you don't mind, Linda.
All righty.
I'm going to put 1½ cups of water. water.
Did I get that okay?
Yeah, you did great, Linda. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And this is 1.5 cups of water and 1.5 cups of yellow cornmeal.
Have you ever made your
No,
puppies like
no,
this? Because I was going to say, I've never
no,
seen it.
no. I've never made hush puppies like this before. But it's new. It's different. That's why I wanted to try it. Hey, we'll learn together. Linda, let's get this camera so you can be in it too. So anyway, I'm just going to stir this. I've got it started. I'm on. Oops, that wasn't very smart. Was
I got it.
Would you? Okay, thank you. You cook it for like 5 or 6 minutes. You actually cook it. It'll start getting thick, and it will just kind of like a form a ball when it's done. You just cook it kind of thick. It's that cabinet there gets stuck.
A little brush to do that.
Yeah, I'll get it. I'm gonna turn
Yeah,
my.
I was going to say,
oil.
do you need that oil
I'm
on?
gonna turn it up a little bit. Anyway, I'm just gonna stir this until it gets thick. It doesn't take long. Well, like I said, 5 or 6 minutes, which ain't long. Linda, you can go ahead and beat the eggs. There's a beater right there in that second. Just you don't have to beat them a lot, but beat them a little bit.
Okay, got it.
Just kind of mix them together. They don't have to be whipped, you know. Linda's going to beat the 2 eggs. You don't have to not whip them, but just beat them. Okay. All right, I'm going to cook this for 5 or 6 minutes. It'll, I don't ever time anything. Do you, Linda? Do you time?
No, not unless I'm doing it
Yeah.
to tell them.
Yeah. Because I'll show it to you when it's ready. It gets real thick. I got up this morning early. Well, I always get up early. I already made a batch because what I'm doing for supper, I'm frying shrimp and making coleslaw and French fries for supper. So that's why I'm doing the hush puppies, is because we're going to have fish for supper. So I went ahead and made a batch of this morning. I didn't fry it up. I just put it in the refrigerator. That's fine, Linda. Yeah.
You're not going to whip anything else, are you? Beat anything else?
No, the next one is going to just be stirred. You'll need a spoon.
Okay.
You put, in the eggs, after you beat the eggs, you put a cup of flour, all-purpose flour. And Linda already have that measured out. I'm using the measuring cups that I'm giving away this morning.
And you just want this stirred together?
Stir together, but there's also, I want a teaspoon of sugar and a teaspoon of salt in it.
Okay. You got your teaspoon out? Oh, yeah,
I think I
here it is.
did, yeah.
Teaspoon of salt.
Teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of sugar. Now when it gets like a ball, thick and like a ball, I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of minced onion. And I think on the internet, on the recipe, I put grated onion. But if you chop it with the food chopper, I just chop mine real fine. Like this. I already chopped the onion. And it's very fine. It's almost like minced.
And here, do you want the baking powder in here too?
Yes, please. And it's 2 tablespoons of baking powders. Is that right? Or yeah, that's tablespoon. 1 tablespoon of baking powders, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1 teaspoon of sugar. See, it hasn't gotten thick yet. It ain't got thick. It's getting thick, but it's not thick like it will get. And I'm using this little what do you call this, Linda? It's a whip. It's a pampered chef. I love it. It's kind of like the dough brush.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of hard.
Thick, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. We'll cook this till it gets thick. And I know this is fried, and this is going to be fried food for supper, but I'm not going to eat much of it. And 2 shrimp, it's not bad for you. It's just, and I may just fix some shrimp in a skillet with some seasoning and spices on it and not batter some for myself, because I am trying to do better. I'm not doing as good as Linda is, but
Okay, is that,
that's fine.
I got it stirred up.
That's
but,
fine. That's flour. That's 2 eggs, flour, baking powders, and salt and sugar.
Okay.
Because when this, I'm going to mix that with this once this becomes a ball. Yeah, it's just doughy like, but I just mix it in with this.
Randy, our cousin, he always makes good hush puppies.
Randy makes, yes, he does. He makes really good hush puppies. And his taste is more like mine that I normally make.
Like the original.
Yeah,
ones.
like the original. But I want to try this, you know?
Well, I'm
It's
anxious
different.
to see how they come out,
Yeah, me too.
even though I'm not going to be toasting them.
No, Linda won't eat because it's bread. Okay. Y'all see this? Y'all see how thick that is? It's like forms a ball.
It's like a mush, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's kind of like a mush. Now I'm taking it off the heat and I'm adding half a cup of whole milk. And see, I use buttermilk in my,
Now, when do you put the
I put that in there right now.
Okay.
Then I put the onions in there. I'm through with those.
Are you through with the measuring cups?
I am through with everything. I just mix this up. You can put that camera. I'm not putting this on the stove. I'm holding it up.
So do you want it back over here
Well,
or closer
no,
to you?
no. I just want you to show them this on the skit. I can't hardly hold it up. See, I'm putting the getting that milk. I don't want to put it on that burner because that burner's hot. I don't want to cook it anymore. So I got that stirred up good. After you get that stirred up good, you add this flour, egg, and baking powders and salt. Thank you, Linda.
You're welcome.
If you'll take that, please. And I'm just going to mash this up together. It's very, very different. That burner, I don't want it to continue to cook. So I'm going to take it off. Now, this burner over here. Now, make sure I got the back. This is the back. I'm going to heat that up a little bit. Your oil, you need, on the recipe, I said about 2 inches of oil. This is a big skillet that I'm using. And really, the biggest reason I'm using this large skillet is because I know I'm going to fry the shrimp with it in it later, or I would be using a smaller
So you're gonna
pan.
use the same skillet.
I'm going to use the same skillet,
fine.
and I emptied an oil container. So, and I have a funnel that has a strainer in it, and I'm going to strain the oil from the hush puppies. It really wouldn't hurt. It's just, you know, it's meal, but still.
So that's turning out to be, you know, a little
Yeah.
bit wetter than what you thought it was going to be, right?
Yeah. No, it's more, to me, it's more flour than I normally use in hush puppies.
Yeah.
It's more doughy than cornbread, you know what I'm saying? Just a little different. All right. I'm through with that, Linda. If you'll put that in the water for me, please. Oh. What have I done here? This is the back. That's what I want. I want that one off. Okay. I need to move this oil, Linda. I can do it. This pan.
I was going to do that.
I need to. That's okay. Let me get this. I gotta.
Move the thing. Do you want me to do that, Mary? I was going to do it, but I didn't want to.
No.
I didn't want to bump you a while ago.
No, it's okay. All right, there's oil. This right here. You have this cut out. I'll get another one.
Have I got that where they can see the
Yeah,
skillet?
yeah. Now, if you'll hand me that bowl, please. I dropped this in there. It's not too hot. I dropped teaspoons of my hush puppies in there.
I was wondering now how you were going to do that. If you were going to use a scoop or...
Well, I thought about that. But
You want this one off, right?
please, yes. So that oil, let me get the thermometer. I'll get one over here since it's closer. The oil needs to be, okay, the oil needs to be 350 degrees. So,
And you want your pan over there with your rack?
you can put it, yeah, please, Linda. Thank
You
you.
reckon it's going to hurt with that
No,
burner
it
being...
ain't gonna hurt. Just put it there for
Oh,
right now, I guess.
okay.
Sideways. I know this oil is not hot enough yet because I haven't had it on the burner, but I'm gonna test it. I have had the oil on some. 213, 217, 220. I got it on high, the oil, the burner, but I'm gonna turn it down in a few minutes. Okay, I'm gonna turn the burner down, but I want it to keep getting hot. So I guess we can stand over here and talk a minute.
Okay.
Well, I guess we stand where we're at, Linda. That way we don't have to move the camera.
Okay.
Oh, y'all, is it freezing up? Has it frozen for anybody this morning? I don't know. So, anyway. So, I'm going to be dropping teaspoons of this mix. It's thicker than what you think.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to put a spoonful in there. It depends on what size you want the hush puppies. If you want a bigger one, then you use a bigger spoon. But you have to be careful about making big ones because they may not get done inside.
That's a deal with hush puppies.
Yeah.
Having the grease hot enough so they're not grease soaked.
Right.
And making sure that they're done clean too.
Here's our spatula. We'll use spatula to get them out. But anyway, we had a friend. Well, I guess we'll wait till we get through cooking to show you what. I think it's was it Carolyn? I think it was. That's okay. We'll show you in a minute.
Her name. I just looked at it.
Yeah, I've had it. Like I said, for over a week actually, because Easter, all the Easter coming up. So, don't forget to put what state you're from, because I'm giving away the a set of Pampered Chef measuring cups this morning, and we're selecting a state. Yeah.
And what's really neat about these is they have, isn't it 6 cups in?
It is. It is.
And it has also a leveler with it that you can put in your flour canister,
Yep.
that you can level off your measurements.
One of these levelers comes with it.
Most measuring cup sets come with 4. But these
This has
these have the extra one.
It has a 2/3 cup, which a lot of the.
And it has a 3/4 too, doesn't it?
It has a 3/4. Yeah. It has more measurements than.
You ever think about what Ma and Mama and Pink Ma would think about all the tools that are available today? They wouldn't know what to think, would they?
No, they wouldn't, because everything is so easy or handier to use. You know what? I'm old school. Sometimes I have to stop and say, well, I got something I could use to help me with that, because I'm so used to just using, what I started out with, but it's so many things that makes things easier now.
Mama would say, oh, phooey. Oh, phooey.
Braden, he opened one of my drawers the other day, and he said, how many sets of measuring cups do you have? I said, well, it's 4 or 5, because you know what? Sometimes you do need more, of the same cup. So I do have several sets.
Yeah, you do, and that's why I've gotten two sets.
Yeah.
So measuring cups in my cabinet, and the same thing with the measuring spoons.
Yeah, that's right. I
You
got
know,
two.
You know, if you've got a recipe that calls for vanilla and you got the same recipe calls for salt and baking powder, you got to have two.
Yeah.
You know, unless you want to wipe it out or clean it. So I try to get the two out.
It was on the chilly side this morning for me.
Yeah, it was a little. I didn't bring a jacket.
Yeah,
and
I
I'm
would
not a
have.
cold-natured person, but you know, a couple mornings it was quite cool.
Yeah. Well, yesterday morning it was 39 degrees when I got up.
It was chilly.
I'll test this again. See what my oil is. I need 350. It's almost there.
I want to see if anybody's got any questions.
Yeah, see that.
A lot of people talking about shrimp and hush puppies.
You know, a lot of people don't like shrimp, but Chuck and
That would
Brady
be me.
does. Yeah, I knew Linda didn't like shrimp. But, and you know what? I don't eat a lot of it myself. I'm just not that crazy about it, but I do like fried shrimp. But what I like about fried shrimp is because of that crunch, that batter on it. So I may eat one. I got some pretty large ones. But then I may not fry, but kind of saute with some seasonings on it. Yeah.
Okay, I'm seeing lots of states here. Y'all be sure to list your state.
Yes. Is it freezing up on anybody? Can you tell?
I haven't seen any comment that it's freezing.
I don't know what it is. I tell you, only thing different from today than was yesterday, if it's on my end, is I turned off Alexa. You know, because that's close to my modem over there for my internet. So I turned it off this morning. I listen to my gospel music every morning, and I just love it because Alexa, I call it Echo because I wasn't saying, I don't know what I was saying, but it never would come on for me. So Linda says, well, let's change his name. So she changed it to Echo.
So Wanda, we are not twins. Mary, the one that still got some color in her hair.
It's getting
natural
gray.
color, not fake color. She's the oldest. She's 17 months older than I am.
You got a birthday coming up next month.
I know. I'm going to be 3/4 of a century old. Can you believe that?
I know it.
That's unbelievable.
Okay, come on. Oh, I should have had this on higher.
It's real tricky.
Yeah,
you don't want it too hot.
I know.
You know.
It's 324.
Okay.
Like a little
Thank
bit.
you, Bonnie, for telling us that it's not freezing up. Thank you so much.
So it might have been. It's either the area around here or it was my Alexa. I was talking to Carl this morning and I said I'm gonna turn off my Echo and see, and it was playing gospel music, and Echo stopped because he heard his name.
Oh no, Bridgeport. Somebody from Bridgeport, Texas. Is that around?
That's around Dallas. Bridgeport
is Dallas.
It's around Beaumont. Bridgeport is around Beaumont.
Bridgeport. Okay. Well, I'm thinking that was Bridge City.
Oh, well, you may be right, Linda. It is Bridge City around Beaumont. So Bridgeport may be around Dallas.
I'll have to look it up.
I don't know. Linda's probably right.
There's not too many places in Texas I don't know about where they're at, but I sure could be wrong.
I think you're right. It's over there close to
Flower Mound.
Yeah, over there, of course. The plane.
I know people probably think it's funny when I say I know exactly where that's at, but we do.
I know. Well, I forget. I have been to probably almost as many states as Linda has, but I remember the incident, but I can't remember what state it happened in.
And there's Katie. We know where Katie's at.
Yeah, Katie, I know where it's at.
Texarkana.
Yeah. I think this is ready.
You gonna try it?
I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna test it one more time, but it was 320 something, so.
You know, when I can't sleep at night, or wake up in the middle of the night,
Yeah.
I go through the states and capitals.
Did you know?
See how far I can get.
Charles was telling me that the other day. He said, Mary, used to, I could name the capital of every state in the United States. I knew them, but he said he's getting where that he has to really think about it.
Yeah,
before he can-
Charles has traveled more than
Yeah.
we have,
Yeah,
actually.
he has.
He's been hundreds of thousands of miles, but we've been a lot too.
Yeah.
And Edward has traveled a lot too.
Yeah, he has.
Edward's traveled internationally.
Yeah, he has. He worked overseas, didn't he?
Yep, with Go Full many years ago.
Okay, I'm fixing to turn the camera over where they can see. I'm
Okay.
fixing to put it in here. I'm going to turn it up one notch because when I start putting this in here, it's going to.
Now tell
Cool
me,
it down.
tell me if you,
I
if
think
I
they
have
can
that
see
where
it.
they can see.
I'm just doing a spoonful at a time. May not be very pretty, but
Hush puppies are rustic.
Yeah.
You know, they don't have to be
Yeah.
exactly round shape or anything.
and I may not cook this whole boiler full because I want my hush puppies to be hot for supper.
Yeah.
So I'm probably not, I'm gonna do one skillet is all I'm gonna do. This'll make a lot.
Yeah, I was wondering how many that would
Yeah,
make.
it's gonna make a lot.
Let's see, we've already got in 3, 6, 9.
And
Is that
then-
12?
I don't know.
9, 10, 11. That's 13, I believe,
Is
if I
it?
counted right. 14, 15, 16.
I think it'll probably make 2
17.
dozen, but I may be wrong. I
It's
don't
going to
know.
make more than that.
You think
18.
so?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put one more. That's all I'm gonna fry. in it. I want my oil to stay hot.
That's 20 if I counted them right.
All right.
So there's enough in there to make at least another dozen, isn't it?
It might be. It
So
might
it's
be.
going to make close to 3
All right.
dozen.
All right.
Can they
okay.
see it?
Let me see. Can y'all see?
I can hold it, Mary, if you
That's
want
okay.
to.
Well, yeah, I just don't want it to start messing up.
Those are beautiful color.
I don't want them turn them too soon. But
You always know when oil in restaurants is old because the stuff is really dark.
yeah,
And that scares me because I don't like eating something that's
Yeah.
cooked in old oil.
like I said, I'm using this skillet because that's what I'm going to use for the shrimp. Or I would have been doing this in a boiler, so I wouldn't have to use so much oil. This is about 2 quarts of oil.
Yeah. I don't doubt that at all. Mary's a lot braver than I am. I'd have been scared to death to fry that in that skillet. Those look really good, Mary.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Some of them's got little horns.
When you get these in a restaurant, you get all shapes and
Yeah,
sizes,
that's
little
true.
little pieces that have come
Yeah.
off, and I think they're beautiful.
Yeah, I may be turning them a little bit too quick on some of them.
I think they turned out really good.
Yeah, they keep their shape good,
They do.
but I want them brown. I don't want them pale brown because I want to make sure they're done.
Yeah, I've bit into hush puppies before.
Yeah,
that
me
were
too.
kind of
I have too.
half done in the middle.
Yep. This one, it needs to be a little darker. You know, I've been told you're not supposed to turn them until
Yeah.
you've got them the color you want. And I might have jumped the gun on some of these, turning them. I don't know if y'all ever heard that saying before, jump the gun.
Yeah, we have a lot of East Texas sayings.
I'm going to turn them over just one more time. I want them a little darker than what they were at first. And I probably shouldn't have turned them over. But the oil, it gets hotter too once they get kind of done.
Yeah, that brittle that I made the other day,
Uh-huh.
in the picture it looked really dark, but it wasn't dark.
Yeah.
And it looked darker because the nuts were roasted
Right,
and they were
right.
colored, and it made the brittle look darker. So sometimes what you see on camera is not
It's not
necessarily
right.
exactly like
Right.
it looks in real life.
I haven't talked to Chuck this morning to find out about Einstein, but I'll let y'all know. Bless his heart. I mean, he really struggled. He walked too far. Bless his heart. I told Chuck, I said, if he's not feeling any better today, we're taking him to the doctor and get him some ibuprofen or something because he's got arthritis. I'm going to drain these up. You can move it back if you want to, Linda, because I'm fixing to take them up. I'm just trying to pick out the ones that are the darkest.
There is nothing in the world I love any better than maybe biscuits and gravy other than fried catfish and hush puppies and french fries and coleslaw. That is a great meal.
Well, I thought about getting catfish because I'd rather have catfish than I had shrimp. But I had 3 packages of shrimp in the freezer, and I'm trying to cut down, get my freezer cleaned out.
That shrimp you got over there is beautiful. Yeah. It's really nice. That's one thing I'm gonna miss when we go to Mississippi is not eating catfish.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna really miss that.
Would you hand me that bowl? Would you, Linda, please?
Every time. Which bowl, Mary?
The one with the shrimp in it. They was frozen, so I put them in a bowl, and then what I'm gonna do whenever I get ready to. They're still frozen. They still got ice on them. I guess I'll put that on that. This is my shrimp I'm cooking tonight. I think the bigger ones is actually in the bottom. I put a big package of extra large in the bottom, but that's what I'm doing. This big old bowl here full of shrimp today. It's still got ice on it, so it's certainly not hurting. Okay. All right, Linda. I guess we'll take these hush puppies over here. Linda, it sure does have to have some help.
You're welcome.
I want to put this on paper towel. I don't want to sit it down on the cabinet. But I am going to move this oil off of this burner. I don't want it to keep getting hot because I am. And you know what? It's clean.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to have to strain this.
I think that was a good recipe, Mary. It didn't mess up your oil or anything.
Every time I've ever made hush puppies, it does. It gets meal all in it. So this might be the recipe that I changed to because it did not get the oil dirty. How many was it?
20.
20? I'm trying to show you. It's 20 hush puppies.
Beautiful.
All right, let me get a plate. Cut one open. You're not going to eat one?
No, I'm sorry, Mary, but
all right.
Well, it's not.
Well, you know, I'm calling the dentist today. I think I've made up my mind what I'm going to do. If the dentist will go, if he will agree to what I want. So,
and if he doesn't,
call the dentist.
You're going to have to go to another plan.
I don't know what I'm going to do, but anyway, I'm going to the dentist today. But I got to cut this. I can't bite this with my teeth. Someone mentioned it yesterday on the. Now that's all it's done is what I would like for it to be inside. That's good. Did you know you could put corn in that?
You could. Yeah, you could.
Yep. I think corn would be good in that. Jalapeno peppers, cheese, grated cheese. It's good. When they sit there, they'll keep cooking a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you.
Now, I don't think I would put cheese in mine, just the fact that you're eating it with fish or shrimp.
Yeah.
Now, that's my personal opinion.
I could eat this just with a glass of milk.
Yeah.
And that's what I was thinking when I said cheese. And I seen the onion in here, and it made me think of cheese.
Yeah.
But anyway, you can do this.
No, it would be good with cheese.
Yeah. It would be good, but like you said, maybe not with catfish or fish. But it's really good. It's really good.
I'm really
I love
impressed.
cornbread.
I had no idea how that was going to play out, but it's like you said, it was very clean oil. It didn't get meal or anything in it because you had the way you mixed it.
It's very good.
I think this is a good one for y'all to try.
Yeah, it's real good. Now, I guess I'm gonna put this, move this, and we'll show them what the lady sent us.
Okay.
Linda, let's see, it's Virginia Bailey.
Yeah, the card is, yeah.
Virginia Bailey sent me something from my porch. It says welcome with all the spring flowers. So I already had this on my porch and I went and got it to show y'all. But thank you, Virginia Bailey, for sending this to me. And then she sent Linda this.
Look what I got. I got another baby doll. It's so sweet.
Isn't that cute?
And
That is sweet.
in her letter, she made these clothes. She's got a little diaper on it, little booties.
That is so precious.
It's one. She said she's made dolls for years, and this is probably one of the last ones
That's
she made.
beautiful.
I will always treasure this. Thank you so much, Virginia. I have loved dolls all my life. You remember when Daddy would take me to the dentist? I've always hated hated going to the dentist.
Yeah.
Let me put it like that. He bought me a doll every time.
Yeah.
Every time I went to the dentist, he bought me a doll.
Yeah, I always like real
So
babies. But isn't she
sweet.
cute? Got a pacifier.
I got a little
It's got a little
Patsy.
magnet on it to hold it to her
Oh,
cheek.
It's
That's
so
beautiful.
Sweet. I
And
just love
soft.
her.
Yeah.
She's
It's beautiful.
Thank you so very much for being so kind and thoughtful.
And she sent us both the card. Thank you, Virginia. We appreciate it.
Yes, we
Um,
do.
So,
Let me put her
you
over
want to put
here.
her up?
Yeah.
Just put her back in the box. I kept her in a box for you. Because this is the first time that we've actually been together since I got it out of the post office. So that's why we waited until now, because I didn't want to show it without Linda being here.
And we don't always mention the cards, but we get so many cards.
Easter
from y'all, and
cards.
we appreciate them
Yes,
so very much.
we got lots of Easter cards, and we do appreciate it. We just can't
And
name
did we
them
ever
all.
mention Linda Joyce Oates that sent us the card with?
Oh yeah, Linda. Thank you, Linda Joyce. She sent us a little monetary
Yeah.
money.
And
She-
Mike went
yeah.
to Walmart after Easter and got
Got him some candy.
got some candy.
Yeah.
So thank you very much. That's
Yes,
real
thank
sweet.
you, Linda Joyce. That was awful sweet of you. And tomorrow we'll be at your house.
Yeah.
We'll be cooking together tomorrow, and I'm sure I don't know, I can't remember what she said.
I'm baking.
She's making something that's going to be, I know, delicious. Always is. And then I'm looking forward to Misty and her family coming.
Are we going to film any of that?
Well, we could, I guess.
Maybe a few minutes at my
Okay.
house and a few minutes at your house.
Okay, we might
They're
do that.
coming to my house and then they're coming to your
Mhm.
house, right?
I hadn't decided yet what I'm going to cook. I got to call her and ask her. I've got certain things in mind, but I don't want to cook something that those kids won't eat. She has 2 children, and
Yeah.
I don't know how picky they are. So I've got to call and find out if they like what I'm pretty sure they like what you're making, what you're
I
fixing.
asked
Did
her
you?
because
Okay.
I was just going to, get them a McDonald's meal if they didn't like what
Yeah.
I was cooking, but she said they did. I'm making barbecue sandwiches.
Are you?
And
Okay.
it's just going to be simple.
Yeah.
Barbecue sandwiches,
I haven't
chips,
decided yet.
and a dessert.
Yeah, I'm thinking on Mexican food because that's what
Yeah.
I like. Either that, and I don't know if they would like them Chinese rolls, egg rolls or not, but they're easy to make.
They might.
Anyway, I'm gonna cook something. I'll let you know if I film something. I'll let you know, and we're gonna be working in the yard some. Finally got my azalea bushes planted.
Oh, I didn't even notice that when I came in.
Braden did it for me.
That was sweet.
Yeah. And so I haven't even gotten in the yard yet to start working because there's just so many other things. I just, I have to pick and choose. I can't do it all. I can't do everything that I would like to
Our
do.
head says we can, but but our body doesn't always
Yeah.
coincide with what our head says,
Yeah,
or at
that's
least
right.
mine.
Yeah, mine too. I always think I can do more than what I can, but I really can't. So, Carla, I will look at my phone. If you will text me the name that we discussed. We don't know who's going to be from.
State.
I don't even know who is in this state. I have seen comments, but I don't remember who you are. So it's not like we're picking a certain person. It's the state that we're picking from. So Carla, if you will text that to me, and we'll announce the winner of the measuring cups. I was wanting to give away something this morning, because we said we're going to give away about 1 or 2 things a month.
Yeah.
And Linda will give away at her house, but it doesn't mean we're not telling you when it's going to be. But sometime during the month, instead of giving away something at every video, we're giving away something from each of us once a month. Isn't that right? Isn't that what we discussed?
Yes, for now.
For right now, yeah. And so I went into my little stash of pepper jam stuff because I've got most of it in the storage. And I had measuring cups. And I said, well, I'm using measuring cups today. I actually was wanting to give away one of the spiders. But I was afraid to tell y'all that I'd give it away if I didn't have one because I'm not sure because it hadn't been long since I gave away a spider. So
is Carla going to text you now? So
I want her to text me now. I got my ringer turned off, so she might already text me. Oh, there it is. It's Reader A. West. Reader West. So if you're still watching, I need your address text to my personal number, 903-649-0605. You have to text it to me today because we don't hold it. When we give away a gift on that day, we only give you 24 hours, and that because we want to give the people, we actually want to give it away to somebody who is watching us live for right now. We've got to come up with something for the people who can't watch us live because we know that everybody can't watch us live. We know that. So we just hadn't figured out. Have you thought of some way we could give some?
The only thing I know to do is just go back and pick somebody that says replay and just pick somebody from that. That's the only thing I can figure out.
Well, because we love y'all too. Yes. We love and appreciate y'all watching replays. We appreciate it very much.
You know, and it hadn't been that long ago. We couldn't have watched anybody during working hours because we were working on a public job.
So that's very understandable.
You have to make a living, so.
Yeah, right. So Reader West, text to my personal number your address because I'll get these cups out to you. And hopefully you're still watching because that was the point, was to try to, to pick someone that's going to watch the video live. So I guess my video was a little bit shorter, but that is it. I knew it was made quick. And if you want to make hush puppies, this is a very simple recipe, and they are very good.
I think they are very good recipe.
And matter of fact, I might change this. If I was going to do it, and I'm going to tell you what I would do different, I would use buttermilk. And I don't know. Instead of whole milk.
Okay.
Now, it might make a difference. But that is what I would do different. I would use buttermilk instead of the whole milk.
So if they have buttermilk and they wanted to change it to buttermilk,
that's up to you. And I don't know if it would change the texture or not, but that's what I would do different if I was going to do it different. But it might change it might make it fall apart more, I don't know. So this is a tried and true one. It works. So anyway, and if you want to put more than 2 tablespoons of minced onion, you could do that. But it was enough. That one that I picked out, it had plenty of onion in it.
Had the onion taste.
Yeah.
We thank y'all so much for watching us. Y'all just make our day, and we love reading the comments, and we just feel so blessed.
Yes, sometimes I don't always jump on when the video is over for one reason or another. Usually my phone is ringing, and I'm going to have to quit answering it right after the video because I need to sit down and relax just a few minutes. But text me your address, please. I hear the rain. I hear it's fixing to rain. Yeah. Thank y'all so much for staying on, hanging with me, and watching the video. And I hope that y'all have a blessed day. And don't forget to count your blessings.
We'll see y'all tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.